Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. We are in the month of September, and which means the 1961 Pennant race is on the air. The month of September is done a little differently. We still do one game per 3 days of baseball until the final week. When we get to the final week of the season, Monday through Sunday of that final week, we play one game per 1 day to try to get the playoffs all set up. Lots of playoff games probably will be lots of games with playoff implications for that final week of the season before we enter the postseason. We are winding down the 1961 season. It has been a blast. We got one more month, and I always call September the pennant race. And usually I'll also show the current standings entering the day as well. Today's date is September 1st, and we got a big one at Yankee Stadium as the Detroit Tigers take on the New York Yankees. Take a look at the standings here. The Detroit Tigers come in with a record of 90-43, but they have only a 4-game lead on the Yankees for number one in the American League. They have clinched a playoff berth. They did that on August 31st. The Baltimore Orioles are 5.5 back of Detroit and a game and a half back of the Yankees for third. So Detroit, the Yankees, and the Orioles will be fighting for 1, 2, and 3. The White Sox and Boston, however, the White Sox are in fourth. The Red Sox are in fifth. The Red Sox are 22.5 back. Remember, top 5 teams make the playoffs in the American League. The Cleveland Indians at this moment are 6.5 back of the Red Sox. I am not even figuring them in there at the moment. They are not in the pennant race. The White Sox and Boston will be fighting to see who will host the wild card playoff game, but they must have a winning record. If they don't have a winning record, they will not make the playoffs. The National League also kind of jumbled. The San Francisco Giants have a 2-game lead on the Dodgers, and they're fighting for number one there. The Pirates 3.5 in third place. The Reds and the Braves are tied. They are both 11 games back of the Giants. The Reds are 66-66. The Braves are 64-64. But only the top 4 teams in the National League go in. So the Reds and the Braves are going to fight to see who will make the postseason in the National League. That is our standings at this moment here as we enter the first day of the pennant race, which is September 1st. Steeler fan is first to join us here at Yankee Stadium. I'm expecting Chuck Rawlings to join us. I'm pretty sure he is our resident Tiger fan. And if he is lurking, I know you're there. If not, we'll see you when you get here. A big game tonight between the Yankees and the Tigers. The historical score of this game was 1-0. Not surprising with the 2 pitchers that are on the mound tonight. The Tigers lost the game. The Tigers had 7 hits and no errors. The Yankees had 8 hits and no errors. So who knows what will happen tonight in the beginning of the 61 pennant race. Let's get right to it here as Joe Turney now joins us here at Yankee Stadium. So if all set and ready to go, everyone is ready as we're now about to find out who will make the postseason and who will have to wait for the next replay on the network. Let's begin. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees. The chairman of the board himself will call it to order. It is Whitey Ford. 25 wins, 4 losses, no saves, a 3.21 ERA. He got the call here to start. He gets the call here for the Yankees to start the pennant race. We are all set and ready to go. The Tigers, a 4-game lead on the Yankees. What will happen today in this game and what will happen throughout the month? We got 1 month left of the regular season, and we'll see what the postseason will bring us, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Jake Wood. 258 average, 11 homers, 69 RBIs. We're using blue, white, and blue dice. Yankees are the home team. Let's get the 1961 pennant race underway. 1-5, error on a grounder. Wood, 3-5. They pops that up to third. That's going to be caught easily by Boyer. And that is the first out. Next batter for the Cats, center fielder Bill Bruton, 257 average, 17 homers, 63 RBIs. Remember, I do use as-played lineups throughout the entire season, so even if there's a chance, I do not change lineups. It stays the way it is. The only time I make my own lineups is in the postseason. Ford, 2-5, walk, 10, and no, he won't. Yankee Stadium only subtracts 2 from walks, but does have home run ability. 171 were there. So Bruton will not walk. He's an 11, but -2 makes him a 9. Bruton, 5-1, and he's going to fly to right, and that'll be caught by Maris for out number 2. 2 outs. And now that will bring the right fielder, Mr. Tiger himself, Al Kaline, one of the greatest ever. 324 average, 19 homers, 82 RBIs. Ford will make the pitch. Ford, 2-3, strikeout 6. That's gonna be too high. Kaline didn't strike out much against lefties. 2-1, but instead he does ground 1 to short. That'll get handled by Kubek, and he will throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the chairman. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers in this game, maybe their best pitcher in the rotation, Don Mossi, 15 wins, 7 losses, a save, a 2.96 ERA. We've already seen him before, and he's going to be pretty good, I think, tonight. As DBIP joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Yes, of course the Dodgers have qualified. That was a gimme. And Woodman 564 joins us as well. Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman Bobby Richardson, 261 average, 3 homers, and 49 RBIs. The beginning of the 61 pennant race. Mossi 3-6 against the righty. That is a blank. Richardson, 2-4, grounded to second base, handled by Wood, 1 down. As Kevin Hayes now joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Here comes the shortstop, Tony Kubek, 276 average, 8 homers, 46 RBIs. Tigers and the Yankees. Yankees trying to catch the Tigers. Is this going to be an ALCS preview? Who knows? Mossi, 6-3, blank. Kubek, 1-3, ground ball to first base. Cash will take care of it, 2 down. And now here comes the man himself, right fielder Roger Maris, 269 average, 61 homers, 142 RBIs. He has 2 home runs on the board. Mossi will go ahead and pitch. 5-3, that's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 4-3, and that's going to be a base hit to right field and a possible double. That's a super single. Maris will round first, and he's going to try for second. Base running rating is a 4. Kaline, -2 arm, 1-2. He makes it to second. He does not. He goes back to first, and he will hold with a base hit. Kaline, a good arm, keeps Maris on at first. And now with 2 outs, here comes center fielder Mickey Mantle, one of the greatest home run hitters ever. 317 average, 54 homers, 128 RBIs. Maris on at first. Strategy roll. That is a 12. He'll stay put. Mossi, 6-6. Wild pitch, 11. No ball, 1. Mossi rarely had wild pitches that year. He will pitch again. Mossi, 6-3, that's blank. Mantle, 1-2, and against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit past second. It'll be a single. Maris, good enough speed. He will make third, and Mantle will hold it first. And now Yankees runners at the corners with 2 outs. Single by Mantle. And now here comes the catcher, Elston Howard, 348 average, 21 homers, 77 RBIs. Now runners at the corners here with 2 outs. Anything on the strat? The answer is no. Mossi will go ahead and pitch. Mossi, 3-1. That's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 5-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. Bruton will get to that with no trouble at all, and the Yankees will come up empty. No runs on 2 hits, no score after 1. The one thing about the pennant race also, September call-ups have been done. So now we may get to see some players we did not get to see throughout the regular season, including maybe some young stars. If I can put them into the line, if I can put them into the lineup or something, we will find out. But yes, all teams have done September call-ups, so rosters have increased to the 40-man roster that they had in September of 61. We go to the top of the second, leading off for the Tigers will be left fielder Rocky Colavito, 290 average, 45 homers, 140 RBIs. So top of the second, no score. Pitch from the chairman, 2-6, possible error. Colavito, 4-5. That's a line drive to third. It will be caught by Boyer, 1 out. There is no error on line outs unless you're trying to get somebody out. So no error, and that's out number 1. 1 down, and here comes the best hitter in 61. First baseman, Norm Cash, 361 average, 41 homers, 132 RBIs. Pretty much whoever wins the American League is going to have home field throughout the playoffs. I don't think anyone in the National League will get a better record than either the Tigers, Yankees, or Orioles. Ford with the pitch. 1-3. Home run result against the lefty. Cash needs a 14, and he's going to miss it with an 18. Cash, 6-6, and instead he hits a fly ball to center field, and that'll be caught by the Mick, out number 2, and Cash is not happy. Ford pitched him a meatball, but Cash couldn't put the ricotta cheese on it. 2 down. Next up for the Tigers, third baseman Steve Burrows, 270 average, 5 homers, 62 RBIs. He's at third for this game. Ford with the pitch. 1-1. Pitcher result. That 14's going to be too high. Burrows, 6-4. It's a line drive to second. Richardson will handle it with no trouble. And that is another 1-2-3 inning for the chairman of the board. We will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Yanks will be left fielder Yogi Berra, 271 average, 22 homers, 61 RBIs. Yogi Berra puts down the picnic basket, gives it to Boo Boo, and now he will swing. That should get me the block dragon, I guess. Don Mossi with the pitch. 1-4, possible error. Berra, 1-3. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 6. And against the lefty, that's going to be too high. So it's a fly ball to center. So the ball is hit to Bruton. His error rating is a 3. Does he drop that ball out there? No, he does not. He makes the catch. 1 out. Berra just misses a home run. And that becomes a fly out to center. Nice play by Bruton, and that is 1 down. Next up will be the Moose. First baseman, Bill Skalron, 267 average, 28 homers, 89 RBIs. Mossi will make the pitch. 1-1, range play at the park. Yankee Stadium, 1-6, and that's ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Chico Fernandez. His range is a 3. That's a 6. It'll get past him. It'll be a base hit for Skalron. Another hit for the Yankees. That's their third. And now we'll see third baseman Clete Boyer, 224 average, 11 homers, 55 RBIs. Boyer, not great at the plate, but great in the field. Infield is at double play depth. Skalron had no stolen bases and nothing happening on the strat. Mossi will make the pitch. 2-3, strikeout 2, got him. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout by Mossi, had 137 of them in 61. 2 men down. And here comes the pitcher, Whitey Ford, a 177 average and 10 RBIs. He's very capable of getting a hit. Anything on the strat? The 14 says no. Skalron stays at first. Mossi will pitch to his opposite number. 2-3, strikeout 19. No, Ford did not strike out much. Ford 3-5, and it's a base hit past short. Ford will help with a single. Skalron, a base running rating of 3, will not make third. He will have to hold at second. And his base running rating is a 2, but with 2 outs, it becomes a 3. But it is a single, and that does keep the inning alive for the Yankees. So now runners at first and second for Richardson. Richardson is 0 for 1. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Skalron stays put. Mossi will have to make a good pitch to Richardson here. Fans here at Yankee Stadium hoping the Yankees can catch the Tigers before the season ends. Mossi 4-3, strikeout 7, too high. Richardson 2-6. It's a ground ball to first. It'll get handled by Cash, and he'll take it himself and end the inning again. No runs on 2 hits. The Yankees again strand a couple more base runners, and after 2, still no score. Kind of already feels like a playoff game, doesn't it? That's what the pennant race is all about. You're trying to get to the postseason. The postseason is all that matters. And I have a very funny feeling this 1961 postseason is not going to go the way that we think. Top of the 3rd inning, leading off for the Tigers will be the shortstop, Chico Fernandez. 248 average, 3 homers, 40 RBIs. No score. The chairman will make the pitch. 6-3 against a righty. That is a blank. Fernandez, 6-3 against a lefty. That's a base hit past short, and Fernandez will get himself a single. First hit of the game for the Tigers as they get the base runner on. And here comes the catcher, Mike Rourke. 223 average, 2 homers, and 22 RBIs. Only played about half the games for the Tigers. I haven't seen Dick Brown recently. I wonder if he got hurt. I wonder if he got hurt sometime in the season, and I think he did because he has not been active for the Tigers for a while. Fernandez on at first. He had 8 stolen bases, and he's not going anywhere. Ford will make the pitch. 1-3. Again, home run result against the lefty, though. Rourke has 0, and it's not happening. Rourke, 6-1. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to left field. Pretty deep, but Berra's going to have room. And that's going to be the first out. 1 down. Here comes the pitcher, Don Mossi. 165 average. He did have a home run in 61 and 8 RBIs. The pitcher hitting a home run. Designated hitter, they don't need no stinking DH. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Mossi's not going to bunt. He's going to swing. Ford will make the pitch. Ford, 6-5, strikeout. The 17 gets him, and that's going to be out number 2. That is the first strikeout by Whitey Ford. He had 209 of them in 61, but that's only his first K. 2 down. Next batter will be Wood, and Wood is 0 for 1. Fernandez still on at first. Anything happening there? And that is a 1. Let's see. 12 minus 4 is 8. Nah, Fernandez ain't going to run. Ford, very good against stolen bases. Ford, 3-3, strikeout 17. That's going to be high. Wood, a 2-1. He hits a fly ball to center. The Mick will have no problem getting to that one. And that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. And no score here going to bottom of 3rd. So far this game is opening up like the actual game did. The actual historical score was 1-0 with these 2 pitchers on the board. So right now, Inside Pitch seems to agree with it. We'll see how long it lasts, though. Bottom of the 3rd, leading off for the Yankees, will be Tony Kubek. Kubek is 0 for 1. Hold on, it just lost the dice. And that was the blue one. Timeout on the field. Because I got to look for that die. I'm pretty sure it went underneath the computer. So 1 second ago, guys. And it did. So, let's see here. One problem when you play near your desk, you sometimes lose your dice. There you go. Right under the computer, but we got it. Okay, now we can get back to some baseball. Yeah. Okay. We set. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's get back to ball. All right. Kubek will lead off for the Yankees. Mossi, 5-4. That's a home run chance. Against the lefty, a 1-14. The 11 is good. Kubek needs a 2 in order to hit this out. Oh, he just missed it. That's a 4. Kubek swings 6-5. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to center field, but Bruton's going to have plenty of room in getting it. 1 out. So Kubek didn't get enough. He got a good hit on that one. Brian B. joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Here's Maris. Maris got a base hit his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Mossi, 3-5. Error on a grounder. Maris, 5-2. It's a fly to left. It'll get handled by Colavito, and that will be the second out. Next batter is the Mick. Mantle is 1 for 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the third, no score. Mossi with the pitch. 5-5, strikeout 6. He gets Mantle, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's a second strikeout from Mossi. And the Yankees go 1-2-3. So no score after 3 innings of play here in this first key matchup of the 1961 pennant race. Station break coming up. This is the RJL Network. We are going to the top of the 4th inning, and I would like to let you guys know I also have a magic number, and my magic number is 3 personally for myself, at least for the network. I am at 497 subscribers, 3 away from 500. So tell your people, tell your friends, get me halfway to monetizing this darn thing. So I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I'm only 3 away from it. I got 497. So every one of you just subscribe to the channel. Just give me subscribers. Let's see if we can get there. I'll be 50% of the way to monetizing this thing. So who knows, guys, even though I'm just doing it for fun. But I thought I'd let you guys know I am only 3 away from 500. So we're getting there. We got a ways to go, but we are getting there. Sunday's game for a Mets old timers game. Yes, I will. I have to get to that. As a matter of fact, I will. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Also let you know, well, I'll get to the 10-minute tick in a little bit. We'll talk more about that later. Top of the 4th, Ford is on the mound once again. Here comes Bill Bruton, and he'll lead off for the Tigers. He is 0 for 1. So no score here. Top of the 4th inning. Ford, 3-6. And against the lefty, that's going to be an out. And it will be a grounder to short handled by Kubek, out number 1. 1 down, and here comes Mr. Tiger. K-Line is 0 for 1. So far, the chairman doing the job. Ford, 3-4. That's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 6-1. That's a fly to left, and that will get handled by Berra. He's got plenty of room, and he'll get plenty of ball. 2 down. Colavito is next. Colavito is 0 for 1. David Vega joins us here at Yankee Stadium. I'm wondering where Chuck Rawlings is, somewhere. I didn't think he'd miss a Tigers game, but he may catch the replay. Ford with the pitch. 3-4. Again, that's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 6-1. And again, it's a fly ball to left. And it will be Berra getting to that one. And so far, Whitey Ford doing what Whitey Ford did, getting batters out. And 3 up and 3 down go the Cats. Will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So far, this game going the way, kind of way I expected it to. Here's Elston Howard. He'll lead off. He is 0 for 1. Mossi will pitch to Howard here. Mossi, 3-1. That's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 6-5. That's grounded at the plate. Right there. Rourke has got it. He throws to first for the out, 1 down. Nice play by Rourke right at the plate. And he gets him out at first. Here comes Berra. Berra's 0 for 1. You were the second person after Steeler fan in the chat. Well, of course you were, Mr. Rawlings. Welcome. Mossi will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-4. Strikeout. 15 is high. Berra. 3-4. It's grounded to first. That'll get handled by Cash. He'll take it himself. 2 down. I'm pretty sure Chuck Rawlings is already aware that the Tigers did clinch a playoff berth. They are in the postseason. Now they're trying to hold on for the league. Skalron is next. Skalron is 1 for 1. As I said earlier, whoever wins the National League the American League is probably going to get home field throughout. So including the World Series. So winning the American League is going to be key for a home field advantage in games 1, 2, 6, and 7. Mossi, 5-6. Strikeout 4. He got him. He gets Skalron. Strikeout number 3 for Mossi, and the Yankees go 1, 2, 3. Still no score after 4. I made a rhyme. Doug Hunt joins us here at Yankee Stadium as we begin the 1961 pennant race. Can you believe it? We have made it to the pennant race already. That's why I like doing 1 game per 3 days of baseball. The regular season is just not much of a grind as it was when I was doing 1 game per 2. Here's Norm Cash. He'll lead off for the Cats. He's 0 for 1. Top of the 5th inning. The chairman, 5-2, strikeout 10. He'll get him on that. Struck him out, swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number 2 for the chairman, as he gets Cash, 1 down. Next up is Boros. Boros is 0 for 1. Whitey Ford makes the pitch. 6-4 against the righty. Super walk, and that will be ball 4. Boros did walk a number of times in 61, hence the high walk rating, and that 4 definitely walks Boros, and the Tigers get a man on. Fernandez is next. Fernandez got a base hit his first time up. Infield double play depth. Boros had a stolen base rating of 4. He's not going anywhere on the 19. Chico gets the bunt sign, but he's not going to bunt. He's going to swing. Ford, 6-2. Range play at the park. Yankee Stadium, 4-2. And that's a ground ball to first. And that ball is at the Skalron with the infield of double play depth. His range is a 1. And he won't get it. That's going to get past him, and that's going to be a double for Fernandez. A double down the line. Boros will automatically go to third, and he will hold. And Fernandez goes to second, and the Tigers are in business. So a big-time double by Fernandez, but the Tigers got their kind of their weaker hitters up. Here is Rourke. Rourke is 0 for 1. The infield will play in, as the Tigers trying to hold on to first place in the American League. Strategy roll. That is a 6. No play. Ford will pitch to Rourke. Infield is in. Ford, 4-3. Strikeout 11, and he got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Ford against the lefty. Rourke was a 12. That's an 11. He got him. And now it's going to be up to Mossi. And Mossi struck out his first time up. Now the infield is back. Can the chairman get out of it? Ford will go ahead and make the pitch. Strategy roll first. Nothing happening. Boros on at third. Fernandez on at second. Mossi waits for the pitch. 1-1. That's a pitcher result. That 17 is too high for both sides. Mossi, 6-1, and he gets a fly to left. And Berra's going to come in there easily. He will make the play, and the Tigers waste an opportunity. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk, and we stay scoreless going into the bottom of the 5th. A good game to start off the pennant race. And, of course, those games in FastScore mean even more now. And I will show the standings every beginning of the next game. Bottom of the 5th. And Cleet Boyer leads off for the Yanks. He's 0 for 1. JAA joins us here at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, all the Yankee haters. Yep, that is true. That is true. Mossi, 6-2. That is a blank. Boyer, 1-3. And against the lefty, it's a ground ball to short. That'll get handled by Fernandez. 1 down. Even though we have lots of Yankee haters in the chat, the Yankees did win my 1981 replay against the Dodgers. Check that. If you happen to be a Yankee fan, you can check out that replay with my 1981 replay on the network, which was also a lot of fun. All my seasons have been. Here's Ford. He got a single his first time up. Mossi, 6-4, strikeout, 12. Again, he misses. Ford, 2-2, and again Ford gets a base hit. That's a single pass first. Ford says, I don't need no designated hitter. I want to swing the bat. And Ford gets his second hit of the game. And that'll bring up Richardson. Richardson 0 for 2. Infield is at double play depth. Ford didn't have any stolen bases and nothing on the 8. Mossi will go ahead and make the pitch. Mossi, 1-2. Pitcher result, 1-19's an out. That's a 13. And that will be a fly ball to center. That'll get handled by Bruton for out number 2. So Mossi now trying to get out of this. And now here comes Kubek. Kubek is 0 for 2. Both got help from rigged games to make it to the series. Oh, jeez. Brian B. still not hoping his Reds can make the postseason here in 61. And they're in a fight against the Braves right now. Kubek is 0 for 2, nothing on the strat. Mossi, 3-1. That's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 6-6. It's popped up right up the chimney. That's a pop-up to the catcher. Rourke's going to get to that and make the catch. Side retired, no runs and a hit. And both these pitchers are pitching like this is Game 7 of the ALCS. No score after 5. And I would not be surprised if these two teams do meet in the American League Championship Series. And what a series that would be. Top of the 6th. Ford gets back on the mound. Jake Wood leads off for Big Detroit, and he is 0 for 2. Ford got plenty in the tank. So does Mossi. Ford with the pitch. 4-1. Walk. 17 is high. Wood, a 3-5, and he popped it up to third. That's going to be Boyer getting to that one. And that's the first out. Rapidly moving ball game, but of course a no score. You kind of get that. Here is Bruton. Bruton is 0 for 2. Ford with the pitch. 6-1 against the lefty. Super strikeout. That's a 16. Called strike 3. Bruton is out of there easily. And that super strikeout is what would get Bruton on there. So a super K, called strike 3. And that was just a good pitch. Fourth strikeout by Ford. Maybe a little low, but the umpire gave it to him. 2 down. Here comes Mr. Tiger. K-line is 0 for 2. Will Mike Trout set the consecutive games record for homers tonight? Who knows? He may just do it. Ford with the pitch. 2-4. Strikeout. 16 is high. K-line. A 6-1, and he pops one up. And that's going to third base also. Boyer's going to get to that one, and he will make the catch. Nothing across, as right now, Whitey is just throwing some awesome pitching tonight. And we go to the bottom of the sixth, still no score. Here's Mossi, and the very dangerous Roger Maris leads off. He's 1 for 2 with a single. No score, bottom of the sixth inning. Mossi will go ahead and make the pitch. Mossi, 5-5, strikeout 12. That's going to be high. Maris, 5-5, and he grounds one to third. Boros will take care of that easily, and that is the first out. Here comes the Mick. Mick is 1 for 2. You kind of think Mantle's going to go ahead and hit one out of here sooner or later. Mossi with the pitch. 5-5, strikeout 18. Believe it or not, that's high. Mantle, 4-5, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Going back is Bruton. He's at the track, but he's got room, and he makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs now, and here comes Howard. Howard is 0 for 2. Mossi, he sets up against Howard. Fans here at Yankee Stadium know this game is important. Mossi, 2-1, that's a blank. Howard, 5-5, that ball is hit to left field. That is a 5, and against the left-handed pitcher, that's going to be a base hit. Howard will hold it first with a single. He stays there, and that is the 6th hit for the Yankees, but so far, Mossi has done a heck of a job not allowing runs. Berra is next. He's 0 for 2. Mossi will go up against Berra with 2 outs here. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 13. I kind of think whoever wins the American League is probably going to win the World Series. I really don't think San Francisco, the Dodgers, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, or Milwaukee would beat either Detroit, the Yankees, or the Orioles for that matter. But you never know. After all, the California Angels won the 79 World Series against the Astros. Go figure that one out. And, of course, Steeler fan would say that was rigged. Mossi, 6-6. Wild pitch for no. Oh, boy. Howard almost went to second base, just missed a wild pitch. He'll do it again. Mossi, 6-4. Strikeout 12. It's high. Berra, 6-3. And it's a base hit to right field. It will be a single. Elston, a base running rating of 3 with 2 outs. Single to right -4. Howard has no chance. He will have to hold it second. So a single to right field. Actually, I'm sorry, single to right field. That's a 0. So a base running rating of 3. My bad. A 1 to 3. He does make third. And he does. I'm sorry, Howard does. Berra, base running, a 1 or a 2. Berra takes second. And he does. So actually that turns into a double. My bad. It was a single to right, not left. That would be a 0 right there. So Berra actually gets himself a double on that one. And now it's a chance for Skalron with 2 outs. So now runners at second and third. Mossi in a jam here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Skalron is 1 for 3. And Mossi will pitch to him. Fans here at Yankee Stadium hoping for a hit. Strat. Nothing on the strat. Mossi will pitch to Skalron. Mossi, 1-6 against the righty. That's a blank. Skalron, 5-6, and he grounds it to third. That's going to get handled by Boros. Got plenty of time. Throws to first. Side retired. Another chance for the Yankees goes by the board. No runs on 2 hits. Stadium groans. We go to the top of the 7th here. No score between the Tigers and the Yankees. Mossi against Ford. It was a 1-0 game historically. The Yankees did win it. Here's Rocky Colavito. He's 0 for 2. And both pitchers are pitching masterfully. Ford with the pitch. 1-2. That is a blank. He's not tired. Colavito. 5-2. Ground ball. Comebacker right to Ford. And he'll toss it to first. One out. Here comes Cash Me Outside. He's 0 for 2. Ford doing a heck of a job here. Ford will go ahead and make the pitch. Ford, 4-3, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 5 for Ford as he gets Cash. And here comes Boros. Boros is 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 men down here, already top of the 7th inning. Kind of the game I expected between these two today. Ford, 3-4, that's at the park. Yankee Stadium, 3-2. It's a home run to the pull side against the lefty. Boros needs a 10, and he's going to miss it. That's a 12. A home run to the pull side, so instead that's going to be a fly out to left. Boros just got under it, and that will retire the side. And Ford breathes a sigh of relief a little bit there, knowing he got it. It was a decent pitch, but Boros just got under it, and the side is retired. We are at the 7th inning stretch already. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. In the month of September, I choose games on the fly. I usually choose them a day before. As much as I want to get every playoff team available on the board, it can't always happen, and I'm not doing double headers anymore. That's just too much. Our next game will be September 4th, and we're going to be heading to Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. We go to the National League. We have number 1 versus number 2 today. We're going to have number 1 versus number 2 tomorrow. San Francisco Giants will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And a good pitching matchup. Juan Marichal goes for the Giants, and Don Drysdale goes for the Dodgers. Marichal and Drysdale, 2 Hall of Famers. Can't ask for anything better than that for a big game tomorrow in the National League. Marichal and Drysdale, the G-men and the bums. That's tomorrow on Inside Pitch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. No score, Tigers and Yankees. You would think this was Game 7 of the ALCS. Clete Boyer leads off for the Yankees. He is 0 for 2. Mossi can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. We're going to see how long he can go. Mossi will make the pitch. 4-5, walk, 9. Yep, that's going to be ball 4, and he'll walk Boyer. So Boyer draws a walk, so the Yankees get the leadoff man on. Now, of course, if this was 2022, we would probably be taking Whitey Ford out of the game. He's going to bat because he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and he's still got plenty in the tank. So Whitey Ford pitching a gem. He will bat here. Infield is at double plate. Is going to be a double plate or corners in. Let's see if anything comes up. And that is a 7. So they're going to be in double play depth, but I'm going to have, we'll see if, do I have Whitey Ford bunt here? His bunt rating is a 3, and double play depth got called. So I think I have him bunt. But his bunt rating is a 3. You know what? Yeah, Whitey Ford, even though he got hits, or do I let him swing away? Ugh. Ooh, what do we do here? JAA says bunt. Very well. Mossi with the pitch. 2-4. That's a walk, but it's cut in half on a bunt. So that would be a 6 minus 2 is a 4, and that's too high. Whitey Ford lays down the bunt. It's bunted right back to the pitcher. That is a 9. But of course, when you hit back to the pitcher's considered in, even though it double play depth. So Whitey Ford's bunt rating is a 2. That is a 9, and it's still going to be a good bunt. It's successful sacrifice bunt still. Nicely done by Ford. Boyer goes to second, and Ford is out at first, 1 down. As JAA called for the bunt, I said okay, as I don't mind if the strat does give me some help here and there. So sacrifice hit to the pitcher, and now Richardson, the batter. Mossi is now tired, but they're gonna let him pitch here. They're gonna let him pitch. Mossi has done a great job. They're gonna let him pitch unless Chuck Rawlings says take him out, because Chuck Rawlings, this is his Tigers team. He is tired right now. The bullpen is loaded with pretty good pitchers for the Tigers, but I don't know if Chuck Rawlings, I would still keep him out there. He's done a terrific job today. So unless Chuck Rawlings wants to say anything, I'll go ahead and I'm going to let him stay out there and try to see if he can get out of the inning. He is due to bat third in the top of the 8th. Mossi, I'm going to let him pitch. Mossi will go ahead and set up. At least one more batter. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Mossi will make the pitch. 4-5. Walk. 15. That is high. Richardson. 4-5. It's a base hit past short. It's a single. Boyer, a base running rating of 2, and it will not get him in. He has to hold at third. Oh, he had to be a 3 in order to score, and now runners at the corners. A base hit by Richardson, but he holds. Past short, he stays put, and now the batter is Kubek. And now runners at the corners. Now do you call infield in or do you call double play depth? Kubek did not ground out into much double plays. I think you got to call the infield in here. You can't allow Boyer to score. So now, hey-o, a little Barry Belafonte in there. So now runners at the corners. The thing about Mossi, if he hits a fatigue result, it could be a big difference there. It's a 3. The one he's got to worry about is 3-3. Mossi will pitch. I'm going to let Mossi stay out there, see if he can get out of it. Infield is in. He'll pitch to Kubek. Runners at the corners. Yankees Stadium getting loud. Strategy roll. That is a 6. Richardson will stay put at first. Nothing happening. Mossi will make the pitch. Mossi, 6-3. That's a blank. Kubek swings. 3-2. And Kubek's going to come through. That's going to be a double to right field. Boyer will come in to score. Richardson, a base running rating of 4. A double to right, -3. The only way he scores is on a 1. It is a 4. He will hold at third. Kubek holds at second. Yankees break through. It's 1-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! A big-time double by Tony Kubek. And the Yankees now get that 1-0 lead, and that is going to be it from Mossi. What a job he did, but being tired, that's going to have to deal with it. And the Tigers will now have to go to the bullpen. And they got the very dangerous Roger Maris coming up. And let's see what the Tigers. I'm going to go with a lefty, I think, here. And coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Hank Aguirre. They're going to bring him out now. 4 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 3.27 ERA. Hank Aguirre will now come on to pitch for the Tigers. He's their best left-hander really in the bullpen. Runners at second and third. Infield is still in. Now a 1-0 Yankee lead. Strategy roll. That is an 11. No play. Richardson on at third. Kubek on at second. Aguirre will go ahead and make the pitch. Aguirre, 3-3, strikeout 6, and he got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. He got Maris, and he needed that. Big K on Maris, 2 outs. But now here comes the Mick. Mantle is 1 for 3, and you know he would like to take Aguirre deep. And question is Aguirre going to pitch to him? And the answer is, Mantle does a little bit better against lefties than he does against righties. I'm going to let Aguirre go up against him. I'm going to let him go against him, I think, here. Or do I? Tigers. You know. I don't know about this. I really, you know what? Aguirre's going to come out, and they're going to bring out Terry Fox to pitch to Mantle. You got to do what you got to do here. That 3-batter rule doesn't exist yet, and it won't exist now. Terry Fox is going to come on to pitch to Mantle, turn him around. Mantle doesn't hit righties as well, although he does have a little better home run power against righties right in the matrix. But they're going to go with Terry Fox here to pitch to Mantle. This is a big at bat. 1-0 Yankees, bottom of the 7th, 2-0. Strategy roll. That's a 19, no play. Fox will go ahead and pitch to Mantle. Fox with the pitch. 6-2, strikeout 10, got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. Mantle and Maris both go down on strikes, and all the Yankees get is the 1 run. But that might be enough. 1 run on 2 hits. The way Ford is pitching, it is 1-0, and that was the historical score of the game. We go to the top of the 8th inning. You have nothing is safe at RJL Network, that's for sure. Top of the 8th, 1-0. Ford gets back on the mound. Chico Fernandez leads off. He's having a good night. He's 2 for 2. He's got the only 2 hits off of Whitey in this game. Ump wants to check the dice. Ford will go ahead and make the pitch. Ford, 6-2, range play at the park. Yankee Stadium, 4-5. It's a fly ball to left field. That ball is hit the Berra. His range is a 3, and he makes the catch. 1 out. What a play by Berra. And that becomes a fly out to left. The batter now is Rourke. And let's see, 223 average. We're in the 8th. Do I want to pinch hit for him? Who's the other catcher? House. Rourke's actually a little better. Not much, though. You got Freehand. It's the 8th inning, though. I can't go with any batter anyway. So, but we're going to make a change here. Mike Rourke's going to come out of the game. At least I think he will. Yeah, he will. He's going to come. Well, will he? Yeah, he will. He'll come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Dick McAuliffe. 256 average, 6 homers, and 33 RBIs. And a very young Bill Freehand is going to take over at catcher for the Tigers. He will take over. He is on the roster. Remember, this is September. Call-ups have been made. Everybody is available. So Ford will pitch to McAuliffe here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. 1-0. Ford will make the pitch. 1-1. Pitcher result. That 18 is too high. McAuliffe. 2-1. It's a base hit to left field. McAuliffe comes off the bench, and he will get himself a single. So a single for McAuliffe. And I've got to make a change here for Rourke, as Freehand is now going to get there. Bill Freehand, a very young Bill Freehand will take over at catcher. And he'll stay in the game too, because Freehand's a bit of a ringer card. So McAuliffe now we'll see a pinch hitter for Fox as the Tigers will bring on a pinch hitter, and it is going to be Reno Bertoia. 226 average, 2 homers, 25 RBIs. Bertoia started the year with the Kansas City Athletics. He is a Tiger now. He finished the season with the Tigers. So McAuliffe on at first. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy rolls are still active. That is a 15, no play. McAuliffe will stay put. Ford will pitch to Bertoia. Ford 2-5, walk 1, ball 4. Ball 4, and the Tigers will have the tying run in scoring position. Bertoia very good against walks, and he gets it. Runners at first and second and 1 out, and now the batter is Wood. Wood is 0 for 3. Infield still at double play depth, but now Ford in a bit of a jam here in the top of the 8th. Ford's got good stamina. He can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. So runners at first and second, 1-0 Yankees. Ford will set up and make the pitch to Wood. Strategy roll, that's a 17, no play. Ford will set up and make the pitch. Here it comes. Chairman of the board, 2-6, possible error. Wood, 1-6, and that's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Skalron. His error rating is a 6. That's a 13. He does not make an error. Now does he turn 2? 1, 2, 2, because it's hit to first. Shortstop, Kubek, pivot 0. A 1 or a 2. The Yankees get out of it. They do not. McAuliffe will make it to third. Bertoia actually makes it to second on a 3 because his base running rating is a 3 at being held. So he actually makes it to second. The only play that Skalron had was getting Wood at first for 2 outs. As he throws to Whitey Ford covering the bag. And that is out number 2. But now runners at second and third. And here comes Bruton. Now 2 outs. Infield back to normal. Bruton the batter. McAuliffe on at third. Bertoia on at second. Bruton is 0 for 3, and he'll go up against Ford. The chairman of the board gets the sign from Howard. Now he'll set up and prepare to make a pitch. Strategy roll, 6, no play. McAuliffe stays put. Ford will go ahead, and now he deals. 5-1, range play. Bruton, 2-3. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Richardson. Richardson's range is a 2. Does he save a couple of runs? Yes, he does. Richardson makes a great play on a 1. What a stop. Throws to first. Side retired. Yankees get out of it. Stadium cheers. Yay! What a play by Richardson at second base. What a job by him. It's a ground out to second. No runs, 1 hit, a walk. And again, the Tigers are kept off the scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Feels like a playoff game, doesn't it? It really does. Elston Howard leads off for the Yankees. He is 1 for 3. They got 2 righties and a lefty coming up. And the Tigers are going to go with, they're going to bring on their best closer now, even though they will go with Jerry Staley. 2 wins, 5 losses, 4 saves, a 3.97 ERA. Staley was with the Kansas City Athletics most of the year, became a Tiger later, and he is on the Tigers for the remainder of the year. Elston Howard will go ahead and make the pitch. Staley, 1-1, that's a blank. Howard, 2-6, and that is a ground ball to third, handled by Burrows. He will throw to first for the out. 1 down, and here comes Berra. Berra is 1 for 3 with a double. Staley looking on, and Berra. And one out here, bottom of the 8th inning, pitch from Staley. 5-2, home run chance against the righty. That is a 1-14. That's a 6. It is good. Against a right-handed pitcher, Berra needs a 14 or lower. Does Berra go yard? Yes, he does. That ball is gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is going deep to right field. And K-Line's just going to watch it go over his head and over the wall. Solo home run, Yogi Berra. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2-0 Yankees. As Yogi Berra goes ahead and blasts a homer, and it's not the first time we've seen Berra hit homers. Remember, he hit the game winner the last time we had the Yankees on the board in the 11th inning. Here's Moose. Skalron is 1 for 3. Staley will pitch to Skalron here. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning, now a 2-0 Yankee lead. Staley will make the pitch. 6-2, strikeout 11. He got him, struck him out. Staley gets a big K, and that is out number 2. And now here's Boyer. Boyer walked his last time up. He is 0 for 2 here. Staley sets up against Boyer. 2 outs, 2-0, bottom of the 8th. Staley looking in on Boyer, and here comes the pitch. 1-4 against the righty. That's blank. Boyer, 6-2, pop up to short, and that's going to be Fernandez getting to that, and he'll make it the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 1 big hit, a solo bomb by Yogi Berra. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Tigers is Mr. Tiger, Al Kaline. He has been quiet. He is 0 for 3. Whitey Ford will be tired after Kaline. And I'm wondering if I want him, do I want him to go up against him is the question, or do I want to bring in Arroyo here? Let's see, JAA. Let's see, he seems to be rooting for the Yankees here. Do you let Whitey Ford pitch, or do I bring in Arroyo? He was the closer for the Yankees back then. He says Arroyo. So out comes Whitey Ford, who's pitched beautifully. He's pitched beautifully, only gave up 3 hits. But he says bring in Arroyo, and we'll go with JAA. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees will be Luis Arroyo. 15 wins, 5 losses, 29 saves, a 2.19 ERA. This is a save situation. Al Kaline will bat. Top of the 9th, 2-0 Yankees. Arroyo sets up and he'll make the pitch. 1-4, walk, 15 is high. Kaline swings, 3-6, and it's a ground ball to third. Boyer has it, throws to first, and Kaline has had an 0 for 4 night. Yankee pitching has kept this Tiger lineup quiet. They've only gotten 3 hits. Here's Colavito. Colavito is 0 for 3. He will bat. 1 out. Arroyo trying to get Colavito. A win by the Yankees. They get to within 3 games of the Tigers. Arroyo, 5-5. That is a blank. He's not tired. Colavito, 2-4. And it is a grounder to short. Kubek has got that with no trouble. Throws to first, 2 outs. 2 men down. And now the last chance for Detroit is Norm Cash. Cash is 0 for 3. The Tigers, a very powerful Tiger lineup. Kaline, Colavito, Cash. 3 hits against Whitey Ford and the Yankees. 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Fans here at Yankee Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Arroyo sets up against Cash. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. 2-3, walk, 15, no. Cash is a 15, but -2 makes him a 13. He gets the swing. Cash, 3-5, and it's a base hit past third. It's a single. Cash finally breaks through and gets a hit. What, did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL Network? I think not. Cash gets the first, and now the tying run coming to the plate. Steve Burroughs is the batter. He's going to bat with a 270 average. I'll let him go. He is 0 for 2 with a walk today. So Burroughs will go up against Arroyo. Cash on it first. There are 2 outs. Strategy rolls are off. It's just Arroyo, pitcher versus batter. Fans here at Yankee Stadium hoping Arroyo can come through with a hit. Burroughs does have decent home run power against lefties. If Arroyo makes a mistake, we could be tied. Arroyo sets up, and he will make the pitch. 3-2. It is at the park. Yankee Stadium. 4-2. And it is a ground ball to first. Up with it is Skalron. He takes it himself, runs to the bag, jumps on the bag. That's your game. Yankees win. Yankees win. Duh! Yankees win. They beat the Tigers tonight 2-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit as the Yankees completely shut down the Tigers in a big ball game here at Yankee Stadium, and as at least before the ticker, they are now 3 games back of the Tigers for the American League lead and the number 1 seed in the postseason. What a job by Whitey Ford and the Yankees. Detroit just played as hard as they could, but gave it up late in the game. Final line score coming up. Chuck Rawlings not happy. For the Yankees, 2 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For the Tigers, no runs on 4 hits and no errors. The Tigers did get historically shut out in this game. The winning pitcher, of course, is the chairman of the board. Don Mossi takes a tough loss. Luis Arroyo does come up with the save. A big victory for the Yankees as they now move to within 3 games of the Tigers. But there's lots of 10-minute ticker here in the pennant race, and it's coming right up. Don't go away. And of course, every time I do that Yankees win kind of thing by Sterling, Midlife Crisis always says John Sterling stinks. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Now we'll see what the ticker has. Remember, I still do 1 game per 3 days until the final week of the season. Then I take the 1 day off, and then we do the final week, and then we get ready for the postseason. And you guys know my postseason, the postseasons here on the network are always nuts. We begin with September 1st, though the Tigers do take the loss here to the Yankees. And we'll start with the first. Cleveland at Baltimore. The Indians right now are 6.5 back of the 5th spot. So right now I do not figure them in at this time. Of course, things can change. Cleveland, 546, and that is 4. Baltimore, 644, and that's 4. They tie. Remember, the Orioles chasing the Tigers. A win here for the Orioles. They gain a game on them as well. Cleveland rolls a 6, and Baltimore rolls a 3, and Cleveland's going to win it. They get a big win to help them out to try to get back into this. Kansas City at the Angels. Athletics, 1163, and that's 8. Angels 1464, and that's 9. The Angels will beat the A's. Boston and Minnesota. Red Sox are 2 games above 500. They got to continue to win. Red Sox 1051, and that is 5. Minnesota 735, and that is 4. That'll be a win for the Red Sox. Remember, must have a winning record. Even if you're the top 5 or in the top 4 and you do not have a winning record, you will not get in the postseason. I'll modify the playoffs. White Sox and the Senators. Very big series for the White Sox, playing on a team that's out of it. Game 1. White Sox 14-13. That's not going to be a good start. That's 2. Senators 765. That is 8. Game number 2. Of course, the Red Sox would love White Sox lose games because right now the Red Sox are chasing the White Sox. White Sox 1266. That is 11. Senators 553, and that is 5. And they'll split the twin bill. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 16-21, and that is 3. Cubs 5-66, that's 9. Giants lose a tough game to the Cubs. Dodgers and the Braves, very big game here, but for both teams. Dodgers a chance to gain a game. Dodgers 12-53, and that is 6. Braves 10-36, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Dodgers. The Braves are now under 500. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. Pittsburgh 8-11, and that's 0. Cardinals are not in it at the moment. 766. That is a 9. And they're right now way behind the Braves and the Reds. So right now at this moment, with the Braves loss, the Reds are now in 4th on their own. On to September 2nd. Cleveland at Baltimore in a big game doubleheader. That is correct. National League teams did play 154 games. I don't know if rainouts were not played. Remember, I do not add any games. Whatever it is whatever it is. Cleveland at Baltimore, game 1. Cleveland 3-13, that is 0. Orioles 862, that is 7. And the Orioles win a game. Game number 2. Cleveland 352, and that is 4. Orioles 11-22, and that is 3. And Cleveland and the O's will split a twin bill. Kansas City and the Angels. Kansas City 846, and that's 5. Angels 1656, and that is 8. A win for the Angels. Boston and Minnesota. Red Sox got to continue to win games. Boston 10-22, and that is 3. Minnesota 845, and that is 5. That's a win for the Twins. All Boston's got to do right now pretty much is just stay 500 and above. They should get in. I don't think Cleveland will catch either the White Sox or the Red Sox. Detroit at the Yankees rematch. Detroit 726, and that is 3. Yankees 9-14, and that's 1. The Tigers will get that game back. White Sox and Senators. White Sox 25-26, and that is 6. Senators 563, that's 7. You got to be kidding me. Senators beat the White Sox. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 12-21, and that is 3. Cubs 9-11-0. The Giants will win the game. Dodgers and the Braves. Good matchup. Koufax against Spawn. Koufax, let's see, left arm of God. Dodgers 5-21, that is 2. Braves 9-12, and that is 1. And the Dodgers will beat the Braves, and the Braves are now 2 games under 500. Reds and the Phillies. Big game for the Reds. Reds 12-33, and that is 4. Phillies 252, and that is also 4. They tie. Cincinnati, though, has a very good +4 clutch. Cincinnati rolls a 1, +4 is 5. Phillies roll a 1, -3, not a chance. Reds will now be above 500 and now have 4th place on their own. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. Pittsburgh 1266, that's 11. Cardinals 824, and that is 3, and that's a big win for Pittsburgh. On to September 3rd, Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland 566, that's 9. The Orioles 962, that's going to be short, that's going to be 7, and Cleveland will beat Baltimore. Boston at Minnesota. Red Sox 842, and that is 4. Minnesota 1264, and that is 9. That's a tough loss for the Red Sox. Detroit taking on the Yankees again. Detroit 564, and that is 7. The Yankees 952, and that's 5. The Tigers will beat the Yankees again. White Sox at Washington. And another doubleheader. White Sox 15-14, that's 2. Senators 661, and that is 6. That's a win for the Senators. White Sox, game number 2. White Sox 1866, that's 12. They'll beat Washington. They got a 0-11, and that's 0. Wow, 12-0. Milwaukee at the Cubs. Very important. Yeah, there were some teams that played 161 or 160. I do not add games. Whatever the as played was is what it will be. Milwaukee and the Cubs, very important 2 games for the Braves. And they've already lost a couple games here and are now under 500. Game 1. Milwaukee 20-25, and that is 5. The Cubs 8-16, that is 2, and that is a win for the Braves. Game number 2. Milwaukee 11-61, and that is 7. That I would like to mention that if there is a tie, the board record is the first tiebreaker, and as of this moment, the Reds are 3-2, and the Braves are 2-3. So board record is the first tiebreaker. If the record is tied, it's most runs scored in the games on the board, and if they're still tied after that, it's met runs. That's my tiebreaker. I will not have any more game 162s, 163s, or whatever. San Francisco and the Dodgers. We got this tomorrow. Dodgers, San Francisco, 11-16, and that is 2. Dodgers, 6-12, and that's 0. Wow. Giants beat the Dodgers. Cincinnati and Philadelphia, big game for the Reds. Reds, 14-14, and that's 2. Phillies 245, and that's 4. The Phillies will beat the Reds. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. Pittsburgh trying to stay with the Giants and the Dodgers. They still have an outside chance to win the league. Pittsburgh 956, and that is 6. Cardinals 1034, and that is 4. And the Pirates will get the win. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 4th, and we're going to take a trip to Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. San Francisco Giants take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2 Hall of Famers on the mound, Juan Marichal and Don Drysdale. Anything's possible between those two. A big game between the Giants and the Dodgers, continuing the pennant race. So a good matchup tomorrow night. Marichal, Drysdale, Giants, Dodgers, be there or be square. Doug Hunt, Brian B., Chuck Rawlings, JAA, DBIP, and let's see, DBIP, and David Vega, Kevin Hayes, Woodman 564, Joel Turney, and of course, Steeler Fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you guys tomorrow night. The pennant race is underway, and we had a good one tonight. The Yankees win it over the Tigers 2-0. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.